Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Ro. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our coding journey. Today, we're going to be diving into the world of CSS, or Cascading Style Sheets, which is going to bring some color and style to our HTML pages. Let's get started. In our previous HTML tutorials, we've created some pretty basic web pages with headings, paragraphs, lists, but they all look really plain, right? That's where CSS comes in. So CSS allows us to add style to our HTML elements, like colors, fonts, spacing, and much more. So what we're going to do first is actually, while you're in your My First project, you'll open the Explorer tab, and let's create a new file. And we'll call this style.css. And you'll notice by this hashtag looking icon that it's a CSS file. So I'll hit save, and I won't put anything in here just yet, but in our HTML folder, it doesn't know that this file exists yet. So what I'm going to do is in the heading section of our HTML code, I'll do right under the meta stuff. So we'll need to connect to our CSS file to our HTML page using this link tag. So we're going to do link rel is equal to style sheet, and then space in href, kind of like we learned about links earlier, is going to be style.css. And then we'll close it. And then hit save. Let's check to confirm that this is actually connected. So now any styles we write in our style.css will apply to our HTML page. So let's do something simple. So now we can see that we have a body tag here, right, with nothing in it. So what I'm going to do is, let me minimize this Explorer tag so it's more visible. And in our style.css, type in body, and then open bracket, hit enter. And now let's just change the background color to, let's do light blue. And I'll hit save. And now you'll notice on the right that my background changed from white to light blue. So the body selector over here targets the entire body of our HTML page. The background color sets the color to whatever we present it here. So if I change this to red, then the whole background or the whole body section will be red. And in this case, our entire HTML file is the body section. So now for our next example, let's create a heading 1 tag in our body. So I'll do h1 and I'll just type in code with row. And I'll hit save, and now you'll see the text code with row pop up. Now I'm going to go back and I want to change the content or change the style of my heading 1 tag. So what I'm going to do here is h1 open bracket, and let's change the color to dark blue. And then I also want to change the font size to 36 pixels. Now when I save it, you'll see it get a little bit bigger, and the color of the text is now dark blue. So if I were to create another heading 1, and let's just change this row to me, you'll notice that it does the exact same thing because our style is selecting all of our h1 tags here. And if I were to do this with an h2 tag, this one actually won't be affected because we haven't actually told the CSS file to change anything regarding our h2. But let's say I change this h1 to h2. Then the h1s will just be our default stuff, and our h2 will look just like how our h1 did earlier. So now our h2 is affected by being the font at 36 pixels and dark blue color, where h1 doesn't have anything in the styles, so it's just going to be its default regular black text on HTML. Let's try to do a coding challenge. So pause the video here and try to recreate this web page. And I'll give you a little hint. In the body tag, I changed the font to Arial, sans serif. Go ahead and try this out, and we'll get right back to this. All right, let's go over this together. So in order to achieve this, create an h1 tag that says welcome to my web page. And then in the p tag, this is my first web page. I am learning HTML and CSS. And then I created an unordered list, as you can tell by the bullet mark on the left of it. And in the list, I put in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then I close the list. And then in my styles, I open the body tag which had the background color of black, and the font family was Arial, sans serif. And then the H1 tag is blue, and the font size is 24. Don't worry if you got the font sizes wrong or just different. It is going to be a little hard to see because I keep zooming in and out. And then for the P tag, I changed it to green. And then the UL, I changed it to red. But if you also did this with the LI, that's also fine because LI would also change these to red as well. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if you got it in the comment below. Like, subscribe, thanks for watching Code with Ro, and I'll see you in the next lesson.